Hi, this is John Mayall and you're watching Guitar Mania.
Hi, I'm Claude Taylor, John Mayall's tour manager, production manager.
He knocked you down and he blocked your eye. Slept the day, he drank the night. Looking for trouble, just all a fight. Speak of the devil.
Mr. Mayall, welcome to Vienna. It's a pleasure to have you in Vienna again.
Okay.
Congratulations to your 80th birthday last year.
Yeah, this is ticking away there.
So you just started with the 80th anniversary tour now.
Yes, that's right, yes.
How's it going so far?
Well, you know, everything is always good, so it doesn't make any difference where we are, it's always good.
You also have a new record, I hear.
Yes, it will be out officially in the beginning of March, but you know, I have copies with me here, so we have advanced copies that we'll be selling on the tour.
Excellent. Can you tell us a bit about the recording for the new album?
Well, we haven't done a studio recording in 5 years, so it's been a really a great thrill to get in the studio and do new material, and you know, so it's an all blues album, and you know, for once all the tracks are you know, blues songs rather than kind of rock and roll type of
how
songs.
long did it take you to record the album?
Well, it usually takes 3-4 days, and then a couple of days to do the mixing.
Right, and to write the songs for the album, how long did
Well,
it take?
I've only written three new ones, and there's one song, Heartache, which was on my very first album over 50 years ago, so that's a new version of it. But there's 3 new ones that I've written.
I also understand that you, in 2012, you published hand-picked and never before released live recordings of the 70s and the 90s.
Yes.
What were the criteria that you looked into the songs and the quality of the material?
Well, that's the difficulty, you know, because I didn't realize that there was that much good stuff, because I got, you know, drawers full of cassettes that people have given me at shows, or I had sound men, you know, make me a copy of their you know, room sound, and you know, I just picked out the best ones, and I thought there'd be enough for one CD, and it turned out there was way too much, so it turned out to be volume 1, 2 and 3, so there's 4.5 hours of music on that set.
Right, and how much did you have over or did the record company also give some input on what they wanted to be released, or is it just you had total control of what you wanted to publish?
Well, the ones that we're talking about now are all just released through our website. You know, they're not anything to do with record companies.
Okay.
So the last record company we did was 5 years ago, and that was the album called Tough.
Okay.
So in the meantime, because Eagle weren't coming through with anything, any action at all, you know, I just got on with it and released a live album live in London, which was with this band, and like I say, this set of 3 that's just been out for a little while.
Walter Trout once said about you that you create a place for others in the world, and also Eric Clapton said that you ran an incredibly great school for musicians. You have always been someone who put other people in the spotlight, something which is not very common nowadays.
I don't really know. I think it happens more in jazz circles, you know, because we're not a pop band and we don't play the same things every night. So even though it's all blues, it lends the aspects of jazz players where it's different every night, you know, even though you have a tune, but it will never be the same every night, so a lot of improvisation. So in that respect, a band leader is the one who, you know, gets the whole thing together and orchestrates it as we go along, you know. So if you take as an example people like Horace Silver and Art Blakey, you know, they always have their distinctive stamp on it, that you can always tell whose band it is just from the way put it all together.
Actually, with the set list is, I wanted to ask you something. We did an interview with Rocky before,
Yeah.
and he said when he first started playing with you, you sent him a list that long with tracks that you should prepare basically.
Yeah.
How much of the set list is? Do you change the songs every night, or how much improvisation?
It's different every night. I don't think there were that many that when Rocky joined the band. Maybe it looked like a lot to him, but. You know, we usually to do a 90-minute show. It usually takes about 11 or 12 songs. So if we have a catalogue of 30 or 40 tunes, we can vary it every night. You know, which is what I do.
Yeah. We also have a lot of young viewers, and not everyone may be familiar with your biography to the extent that, let's say, other musicians are or artists. You have been so influential, and so many world stars have gone through your school, if you want to. How do you feel now about that 80 years?
Well, it's just great. You know, the more the years pass by, you know, the more attention it seems that people put to that, you know. But you know, it just happens automatically, I guess. You know, there was a lot of changeovers right in the beginning, you know, because people are always talking about Clapton and Peter Green and Mick Taylor, but you know, Eric was in the band only less than a year, and Peter Green was only in for a year. Mick Taylor maybe was in like 2 years or something like that, but those people focus on those, whereas, you know, the majority of the years have been used up with Coco Montoya, was with me for 10 years, and then Walter Trout was in that orchestra for 3 or 4 years, and then Buddy Whittington 15 years, and now we have this band, which is already 5 years, and no signs of running out of ideas.
Can we go really back to the beginnings when you started to become a musician? I understand you studied art, but then went to London to become a musician. What attracted you to the instrument, the guitar, in the first place?
I have no idea how to explain it. You know, I mean, music was the way I expressed myself, in the same way that my career was in art. You know, so it was only because Alexis Korner and Cyril Davis started off the blues movement. I was already 30 years old and had been playing kind of just for myself, and occasionally things in art college and stuff like that. You know, I had been playing the music, but not to an audience. So when Alexis started his movement off in London, then it all kind of exploded at once, and then I gave up my day job and turned to music full time.
Did you play the harp and the piano already back then?
Yeah, piano was my first instrument. And,
right, okay.
I suppose guitar sort of at the same time. Harmonica was the one that came a little bit later.
This is John's guitar down here, custom designed by John. He does all that artwork himself, takes the electrics out of the guitar and refits them, and cuts the guitar to the shape he wants, and puts the design of all that turquoise and silver on. And as you can see, it's originally a Fender. And he plays the guitar through his Jazz Chorus amplifier. The Jazz Chorus 120, JC 120 as we call it in the trade. That's how he likes his guitar to sound. And when he does that, he goes harmonicas. John always carries his own stock of harmonicas with him, in various keys, depending on which song we're playing and what key it's in. He has his range of harmonicas. And then for his piano sound, he uses the Roland. RD700GX is the preferred model. We can use other models, but that's the preferred electric piano model. The Roland 700GX. On this tour is also playing organ, and because we don't have the room to take an original B3 and a Leslie, we're using a Roland VK7 very good organ sound. So John plays both the keyboards, harmonica, guitar and vocals.
Yeah. We saw your guitar upstairs.
Yeah.
Claude Taylor explained a bit and did a rig rundown for us, and we saw that you decorate your guitar and you even give it your own shape.
It's art expression, you know, it's an expression of something that I like to do. Make something, make a piece of art out of it at the same time as having it be a workable instrument.
How many guitars do you have like that?
3, I think.
Only? Really?
Yeah, I don't have any. No, 3 or 4 maybe.
And it's a real beauty upstairs that you have there.
Yeah, I used it on the album, the new album cover, so it looks very good on that.
Beautiful. If you want to become a blues musician, like say you want to become a blues artist, are there any particular records that you say they are must-haves?
No, I think there's so much music. You have to find your own way, you know. So it's there's so much music out there. One has to find a starting point and kind of build out from there.
Any I mean, you more or less you said it already, but any recommendations for young musicians who want to make it in the music business?
Well, you know, I don't know whether they'll be successful in the music business. That's something that no one ever knows about. But the main thing is that you should play the music that you love and make it your own, and just hope for the best that there's an audience out there who's going to listen to it.
Thank you so much. You've been very generous with your time.
You're very welcome. It's good. Spreads the word, doesn't it? Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, very good.